Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 in our European Journeyman series with Bayer Leverkusen. Now, last time out we had a decent time, but not the best. We did manage to get through in the Champions League to the quarterfinals, where we will be playing Atletico Madrid in the next episode. But we then drew with Stuttgart and we could have lost the game as well. We really should have won it quite comprehensively, but we were not finishing our chances and it did cost us with some slack defending, to say the least. Today we need to beat Hoffenheim. They're down in 16th place. If we don't beat them, we could see Bayern Munich move level on points with us, which would be very, very difficult to manage. And we do also play Bayern Munich in the DFB Pokal quarterfinals, so we could be going out of that competition. At the moment, we're still competing in all three competitions that we've been involved in this season, but we have to beat Bayern Munich in this episode if we're going to make it through. So that is the game that we're going to live come today. We're going to get through the Hoffenheim match, hopefully get 3 points, and then we'll take on that Bayern Munich game and see if we really are the best team in Germany this season. So for this match against Hoffenheim, we are at home, so I'm resting a couple of players given we've got the big game with Bayern Munich, but we're still going to play with Havertz, Braga and Nachtgal up front. I'm hoping they can be a bit more clinical than they have been recently. Betty and Doumbia are becoming our regular central midfield partnership. Douglas Santos is getting a rare start at left back, with Mikulacak also coming in at right back. In the centre it's Jensch, Rukas and Schiel, with Leno in goal. Traub on the bench and should, ready for the Bayern game, be fully fit, which is something at least. Martin with the throw for Hoffenheim. He's found Rada. Ball swung in and it's cleared out by Schiel. Douglas Santos with it. He's given it straight away, but Doumbia with a big tackle. Still Hoffenheim putting the pressure on us. Douglas Santos with another big tackle there for us. Now Havertz finds Nachtgal. Braga forward to Betty. Havertz puts it into Nachtgal. One more pass there to Braga and he takes his time, picks the near post and finds the lead. A very, very clinical finish from Braga there, and exactly what we needed in this game. Mikulacak with the throw finds Schiel. Ball swung in but cleared out by the defender. Doumbia down to Betty. He can definitely put in a good ball. It's Nachtgal who loses possession there when we were in a good position. That's really annoying. Traore then just hoofs the ball down the pitch. Jensch passes it back to Leno, who hoofs it again. Now Marchetti looking to send it out wide, but Mikulacak doing a good job defensively. Leno then picks out Nachtgal. Braga puts it over the top and Havertz is in on goal. Why is he taking that on first time? Havertz, I think he's got 9 goals this season, but sometimes he is so wasteful, and he's another example of why we have to get some new attacking midfielders in the summer transfer window, because we could have so many more goals than we're getting at the moment if we had strikers who are just that little bit more clinical. Douglas Santos with the throw in finds Betty. Douglas Santos again. Jensch puts the cross in. It comes out. Here's Jensch with another chance. Spreads it to Doumbia. Might strike it. Instead, Nachtgal finds Braga. Back to Nachtgal, who has dinked it over the crossbar when he really should have just put his laces through it. Mikulacak with the throw to Nachtgal. He then puts it into the middle. Betty, bit of room here for Havertz. He's going to wait for a run and Braga is there. He's in on goal and it is saved by Bramman, and still we can't get that second goal. And I can see Hoffenheim having one good chance in this last 20 minutes that really could cost us. Braga's ball in. Jensch headed it across goal. There was nobody there. Schiel back to Doumbia and his strike does go into the back of the net. It's gone down as Doumbia's goal. I think somebody definitely got a touch on it, which took it past the goalkeeper, but there is that second goal that we needed. It means we can now rotate a couple of players out of the first 11 to save them for the next game. We'll just make the 2 changes for now and then dribble a third one out, but that was a crucial goal for us, and it means we will at least maintain our 3-point lead at the top of the Bundesliga ahead of our cup competition game against Bayern Munich, and I'm looking to damage their morale in that competition if we can. Here's Schiel sending it over. Ball cut out. Jensch over the top to Braga. He's got Rebolo there with him. He's looking for a run at the back post. He pulls it inside and Havertz is there for 3-0 and goal number 10 this season. A very good finish from him, and we've turned on the style in the last 10 minutes and delivered the result. There is a full-time whistle, a good 3-0 win in the end, exactly what we should have got in a game like this. Disappointing that it took quite so long to happen, but it does stretch our lead at the top to 6 points, and we've only got 7 more games to play. Bayern Munich still to play against, I think, Wolfsburg, but it could be either Schalke or Bochum as well. Hopefully they will slip up there and extend our lead at the top. Well, there is confirmation. Bayern Munich, they had a man sent off in the 88th minute. Last episode, they scored a goal in the 88th minute, which gave them 3 points. This time, they've lost 2 points, which means we do have that 5-point lead back at the top that we had at the start of last episode. And with 7 games to go, a 5-point lead is very, very healthy. This is a huge match for us. If we're going to try and continue to compete for that elusive treble, we have to beat Bayern Munich today. We do have home advantage, which is massive for us because it means we won't have to play Bayern at a neutral venue if we want to win this competition. And eventually we would have to play Bayern. So for us, this is really the final. We need to make sure we get the win today. I'm going to put out the strongest team that I can in the hope that they'll be able to deliver a result, which is a bit of a risk given that we're competing on so many fronts. But I think it is absolutely necessary because I do want to win this competition. So for this game, we are going to be playing with Havertz, Braga and Nachtigall up front. They are becoming our consistent front three at the moment. Betty and Doumbia also pretty regular in the centre, with Rebolo and Henriks in the wing-back positions. Traub is finally back in central defence, which will make a huge difference for us, alongside Rukas and Jensch, with Leno in goal. Bayern will be looking for revenge after we opened up a 5-point gap at the top of the league, but hopefully we can destroy their morale for the rest of this season by giving them a real drubbing today and putting ourselves into the semi-final of the DFB Pokal. Well, here is the kickoff. Nachtigall sent it out to Rebolo. Braga in the centre, on to Nachtigall again. Now Henriks, back to Doumbia. Betty spreads the ball beautifully to Rebolo. Good position here. He holds up the ball and then I had no idea what that was. I don't know if it was meant to be a cross or a shot or something in the middle, but it is skewed horribly, horribly off target. Here's another chance. Rebolo into Traub. That throw from Rebolo more accurate than his attempted cross come shot. Here's Betty. Lays it off to Braga. Slipped ball to Rebolo, who has found the back of the net, and after absolutely slating him for that terrible miscue, he's a weird looking guy, but he has found the bottom corner in a crucial game for us very early on, and we do have the lead now over Bayern Munich. I am convinced that we are a stronger team than they are, and that with one more summer under our belt, one more transfer window with this new tactic, we could absolutely dominate German football for years to come. And that all starts with a win today. We are totally in charge of this match. 67% possession, and Bayern haven't had a shot yet. Still only the 1 goal though. That's our big Achilles heel at the moment, is killing games off. Here's Rukas sending it forward to Rebolo. Havertz in the middle through to Braga, onto Nachtigall. He might have a shot, he does, but it's straight at Karius. That shot could have been a lot better. Interesting that Karius is now the Bayern Munich goalkeeper. Here's another ball over the top. Sule picks it up. Karius out to Petrov. Amiri into Kimmich. Zimmerman lays it off to Diakate. Looking dangerous here. Eggestein, a brilliant striker, sends it out to Amiri. He then finds Zimmerman, ball over the top. Petrov in a lot of space, finds Eggestein. I was just saying how good a striker he is, and he gets his 19th of the season. A good finish into the bottom corner. And that was Bayern Munich's 1 shot on target, and that goes back to what I was saying, that we need to start scoring goals, because if we don't do that, we are going to lose to teams like Bayern, who can be clinical. Here's Betty with a corner. It comes to Nachtigall. There's nobody in there, and he's managed to just squeeze that one in. A big deflection as well, but the keeper was caught well off his line, and Nachtigall had the awareness to hit that ball first time and get it into the back of the net. Here's another highlight. Doumbia's got it. He's on a yellow card. Needs to be careful going in for tackles. Henriks cutting inside as the inverted wingback does. Betty lays it off to Robolo. Man at the back stick is Nachtigall, and he's done it again. He came out of absolutely nowhere this season. We just plucked him out when we changed the tactic, and now he's got 10 goals this season, including 2 crucial ones against Bayern Munich, and we are winning 3-1 with a chance in the semi-finals on the cards. This is really just quite an impressive performance from the team, and it's just reinforcing my belief that we really could do the treble this year with a makeshift team and an unfamiliar tactic. It really would be one of the best achievements we've had, especially given the start to this season and how poor we were. If we can turn this around into a treble, it would be phenomenal. And here's Braga cutting inside. Havertz, completely unmarked at the near post, just turns and finishes for 4-1. And I was talking about destroying the morale of Bayern Munich by giving them a drubbing. We are well on our way to achieving that goal, and this could not only knock them out of the DFB Pokal, it could also destroy their confidence that they cannot compete with us in the league. And if they drop 3 more points and we get a win when they lose, an 8-point gap with just 7 games left, and it would be 6 at that point, that is very difficult to overturn, especially given we haven't lost in months now. Here's Petrov with a throw. There's no doubt we're going through at this point. Nachtigall on a hat-trick, back to Fink. Braga into Havertz. Nachtigall making a run forward. He's got Robolo here, who gives the ball away, but he has another chance. Mikulacek through to Nachtigall, onto Braga, in on goal, but straight at Karius. He could have rubbed salt into the wounds there with another finish. 4-1 is bad enough for Bayern Munich. They've been really taught a lesson by us today. Even if they scored all of their shots on target, they still would have lost. That's how impressive we've been. And that's a full-time whistle. We've knocked Bayern Munich out of the DFB Pokal, and we are making a real claim for being the biggest team in German football. We still need to finish the job. There's no getting around that. We've still got a lot of work to do, but putting ourselves into the semi-final there is absolutely incredible. Hamburg also going through Hoffenheim and Leipzig, and then Gladbach and Ingolstadt. There is nobody in there that we can't beat. And this is turning into a very exciting end to the season. This run of form just fills me with so much confidence. I mean, it was these 2 defeats. That was when we changed the tactic. And since then, we've only lost 1 game, and that was that frustrating match that was 2 days after the international break against Dortmund on a Friday. I think if that game hadn't been played then, if it had been played on a Saturday or a Sunday, we would have got a result from that, which shows just how impressive we are at the moment. So next time, we've got 2 huge games. I might actually live-com them both, because we're taking on Dortmund, who are 3rd in the league, away from home. That'll be huge. If we beat them, we will pretty much have a free run in the Bundesliga to the end of the season and for the title. We can afford to lose that game and still be top of the table, which is very reassuring. But hopefully we can get a win and just establish ourselves at the peak of German football. And we've also got the away match with Atletico Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final. That's going to be very big. Away from home first. If we can get a goal in that game, I back us to do the job at home. So plenty to look forward to in the next episode. If you've enjoyed that drubbing of Bayern Munich, do drop a like on this video. Click that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see how we get on against Dortmund and Atletico. And also check me out on Twitter with the link in the description. Support me on Patreon if you want to help the channel to grow. But until next time, see ya.